Good morning. I want to show you how I did this painting. It is completely spontaneous. It is somewhat abstract, although it doesn't look abstract at this point. But it is a quick and fun, very fun, and you can say easy and you can say simple. But it's quick, fun, easy, simple way of creating a painting with watercolor. This is just one example of what you can do with the quick, easy, fun, simple approach. But I feel like a lot of my videos are a little bit too detailed or whatever. This is not detailed. Does it look detailed? Maybe. Does it look pretty? I think so. And I want to show you how I did that. And it took me less than 20 minutes to do this. And I'll show you how I did it right now. Alright, so I'm going to start first of all by introducing myself, because I see a lot of new people. So I'm going to paint a card, and I'm going to paint on Strathmore watercolor card paper, which is 140 pounds. They're 5 inches by 6 7/8 inches. This package does come with envelopes, so they fit. It's cold press watercolor paper, and that's all for the paper. And the paint I'm using is this paint, Pan Watercolors. It's made by the Master's Touch company, and it's considered artist grade, highly pigmented, and it comes with 24 colors, and it names all the colors on the back. To make it easier for myself, I took those colors and I did a quick swash, and these are the way they look on the paper. So that's easy enough to do. You just, grab them off of there and put them onto here. And welcome all of the people who are watching who have never watched a Papa Paints video before. So I don't always do the card videos this way, but I'm going to do it this way now. So I'm going to do something almost scary for me. I'm not going to put water on the paper first. I do that a lot. Instead, I'm going to put water on the paper second. And really what I just want to do, I want to put some blues and purples, and I'm going to try to graduate from here and then go up. And I know this sounds very undefined, but you and I are going to discover at the same time if this works. So there's the dark blue and the purple, and I'm going to kind of go up and up and up. And you see, I'm not even worried about it. It's wet, but the water is coming onto the paper second. Well, yeah, with the brush. And it's a flat brush, by the way. So I wanted to point that out too. A lot of you have asked about the brushes. Okay, now I'm going to add some gray, and I'm going to just kind of bring it up. And so I'm putting water, a lot of water, but not first. The water is not on the paper already, and the reason I did that is so that it wouldn't spread. Okay? And now what I want to do is I want to go all the way to the top. The top of the card is right there. So everything back here is the back of the card, which I'm not worried about. So just do that. I'm going to add some orange and see if that makes a mistake, because it easily could. All right. So what you're seeing here is a mess. It's called an abstract, intentional abstract. Okay, there. Now what I want to do is let that dry. So I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to dry this while the camera, dry it with this. This is the dryer, but it's too hot. I would recommend a hair dryer, not one of these. This is for shrink wrap, but I'm going to use this and I'll be right back. Okay, I know I turned the camera off, but the time it took to dry it with that dryer was only about a minute, just so you know. It's not completely dry, there's still some wet stuff up there. Now at the bottom, what I want to do is the same thing, but I want to leave some areas that are white. Now, do I know what I'm doing? No, I don't know what I'm doing. All I'm doing is having fun, and I think I wanted you to know that, because I'm trying to create a fun, maybe a seascape, maybe we can call it that. And I'm just gonna come down here, and I'm just gonna grab this water, and I'm not gonna add any new paint. Just gonna grab the water and let the water thin out the paint. Maybe put a little purple, grab it up from here. I just want to go back and forth, because you'll see what I'm trying to do in just a moment. You'll see how this comes together to make a pretty seascape. Okay, so now I've got the water on the card, and again I'm going to stop, and I'm going to, okay, see what I'm already doing? I'm already touching it. I shouldn't do that. All right. I'm trying to make it easy. All right, now I'm going to turn the camera off again, and I'm going to dry it with my dryer. I'll be right back. All right, this is kind of fun. All right, so it's not completely dry yet, but what I want to do now is I'm going to take this. This is about as dark as I have this color right here on the pan. This color right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this color over here. So it's a black color. But I want to just add it to this, the white line that I left there. And that's going to be sort of, I don't know, some mountains in the background maybe. Something in the background. Something in the distance, on the horizon. I'm just going to grab it and maybe make some hills, like mountains or something. There is no reference photo for this picture. I'm completely having fun. I'm completely having fun. I don't want to say it's completely out of my mind, because, oh, out of my mind, that sounds funny. But I'm completely out of my mind. But it's just to have fun and enjoy the art of art, or in this case, the art of watercolor art. Okay? Now, you see that? It's still wet. I'm going to keep that wet. What I want to do now is I want to just grab some water. Let me clean the brush as much as possible. And I'm going to try to just spread some of this dry paint around from the bottom and from the top. So that's the sky, and this is going to be the water. See, so it's planned out only in that I wanted a horizon with water and sky. That's all I really wanted to do. Now see those two little marks I made? I shouldn't have done that, because I want it to be very borderline abstract. Or maybe abstract. Maybe the word borderline isn't necessary. Borderline abstract, does that sound right? All right. The art of having fun. The art of making something almost spontaneous. Well, yes, spontaneous is a good word in this case. I think we are doing something spontaneous. Alright, so you can see already the sky and the water. You can see that. I'm going to drag this across a couple times just to, I don't want to do little things like I normally do. I'm going to do big brush strokes there and some big brush strokes here. Now I think what I see, now this is where my eye starts to tell me what to do. If I wanted to make some little areas that are darker than others, and maybe it'll create the illusion of waves or something in the water. Just little areas. Almost as if the water tells the picture what to do. The water on the brush, I mean. You just take it from there. We don't gotta grab any more out of the pan. There we go. Now let's go back to this area. Make this darker because I want those background mountains to have some depth to them. Now I'm doing the dabby thing. Papa dabs. Alright, now you see right there, it looks like a mistake. Looks like I touched it. Looks like my finger touched it. So I'll just put some water there and fix it up. And in fact, let's scrub the back of the card too, so that the card is interesting on the back as well as the front. Alright. Now there's a little easy to do seascape. What do you think of that? Let's add more color to that area I messed up. Alright, now let's let that dry, and I'll come back after I turn off the camera and use my dryer. Alright, so it's dry, and I'm trying to now I have no reference photo. I'm just looking at this and trying to decide what I want to do with this now. So I'm going to take the skinny brush that I like to use. Any skinny brush will do. It's one of my favorite skinny brushes, and I'm actually going to use. Well, I was going to use some gouache, but I think I'll stick with the watercolor for now. So I'll go with the black, the dark watercolor. Let me make some lines here. Maybe there's some like things growing, like little grass or something. You know, in the foreground. Maybe there's the silhouette of some seagrass or something. Just all through here. Don't think it through too much. Just can I put a few on here? Just some little lines. Just have fun. See how that looks. We'll keep an opening in the middle, so it's almost as if you're walking toward the ocean, maybe on a bright, beautiful night. Maybe it's a sunset or something happening. But you see, I'm just putting some easy lines here. Just go all over the place. Coming in from the left and the right, so we have almost like a pathway to the ocean. You're walking toward the ocean. Or toward the lake. Maybe this is the lake. Yeah, these mountains are too close for it to be the ocean. But it's some body of water. Right now what I want to do, I'm sticking with the watercolor. I was thinking I wanted to add some gouache, but I don't think I need to. So I'm going to put some, yeah, let's make this a nearby lake. So let's go ahead and take some of this same black. Oh, see, that's still wet right there. So let that do what it's doing there. Let's make some trees over here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Some trees. Some vertical lines. And let's see what we get here. So now the distance landmass looks a lot closer. It's like across the lake. So now we're at a lake, not an ocean anymore. We went from an ocean to a lake. I don't know what that is. That's a big old tree right there. But that's the fun of it. You don't really know. You know, you're just kind of having fun. And then, if it's not fun enough, we're going to bring these things down. And we're going to create some reflections in the water. So let's try to keep little hint of everything. If you come back later on and you say to me, what did you mean by a little hint of everything? I'm going to say, I don't know what I meant by that. That's funny. I really don't know what I meant by that. Yeah, so don't think I don't script these things. I just wing them like everything else. Yeah, there's some trees and some distant reflections. The reflections of distant trees into the water. And keep a little bit of a line right there between like what seems like the edge of the water and the edge of the distant shore. Just put those little... The idea that I wanted to do here was to create a quick card. I don't always do quick. Quick is not my middle name. Long Laborious is my middle name. Long Laborious. Papa Long Laborious. Imagine that. I saw on Pinterest, I think it was Pinterest or one of them, somebody had pictures of the driver's licenses for the Three Stooges. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm sure they're fake, but anyway, so here we go. Alright, so now we have those things. Now you see the water is reflecting the distance. And you could stop right there. You don't have to do anything else. But what I want to do, what I'm really tempted to do, is add some white. So I'm using white from the gouache tube, only because it's already liquid and it should be able. I should be able to create some little lines here. Maybe a little line in the distance. Maybe see that little white dot? Maybe that can be made bigger. Maybe that's kind of like the moon or the sun or something. I'll just make that bigger. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe it's the moon right on the horizon. And it's got some reflections happening in the water. Oh yeah, that's what I like. Look how that looks. That looks kind of cool. And it stems all the way down. Maybe it's got a little bit of light hitting some of these trees over here. A little bit of light hitting this land mass over here. And the closer it gets to the shore, the more spread out it is. But that reflection, if you're ever at the water during the evening, you see the sun or the moon low in the sky, it'll reflect all the way down right to your feet. It seems like it anyway. I'm just adding a little bit of white as if the moonlight is hitting some of these distant areas on the ground. So the moonlight doesn't only reflect off the water. Alright. And now it should be dry. It's almost dry. Now I'm going to fold it. And we have a very quickly done abstract moonlit landscape. Anything I would do different? I think I would take another clean brush and I would just get rid of some of those dry lines, the lines that happen when the paint dries. Just some of them, not all of them. Maybe they add character to it, I'm not sure. Just grab some of them, smear them out. Smear them like cream cheese on a bagel. And we keep this like it is. Maybe a little bit water on the reflections. Spread it out a little bit. it around. So I probably didn't need to use the gouache. I probably could have used really heavy watercolor, but I think gouache just makes it quicker. And this is really just something, my whole point here is not to show you how to do this picture. My whole point is to ask you to experiment on your own and just have some fun, and maybe come up with your own landscape, your own waterscape, or your own nighttime moonlit picture, or anything like that, you know. Here we go. Almost looks like a Halloween picture, doesn't it? Just adding water here and there. Alright, now I think we're done. It's not dry, but I want to show it to you. Alright, well there's our easy to do, quickly done, abstract painting on a greeting card. Thank you for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe. And I love your comments, so leave a comment, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.